Last week's parasha, Parshas Vayigash, Yehuda tells Yosef, he didn't know it was Yosef, he says, how can I go back to my father Yaakov without my brother Binyamin? V'nafshay, the nefesh of my father, the soul of my father is kshura b'nafshay, is bound, gebinden, to Binyamin, to the soul of Binyamin. This is unbelievable Baal Hatturim, which is a Rishon, like Rashi. When Hagayin, Rav Uri Zohar, Shlita, was here and came to group, and I told him this Baal Hatturim, he said it was kedai to come to America just to hear this. Listen to this. Says the Baal Hatturim, there's 2 times that it says the word kshura. One is v'nafshay kshura b'nafshay, but there's another time in Mishlei. The Mishlei is talking about also there was a nar, like over here also it says about a nar, over there is also a nar. Iveles kshura b'leiv nar, Iveles is foolishness, folly. Shtuyot is kshura, is gebinden, is bound in the heart of the nar. Iveles kshura b'leiv nar, you tell him, cut it out already. How many hours of Xbox can you play? Stop hanging out on the street. Is shtuyot, he's addicted. Stop smoking that stuff. There's addiction. The ivelis, the shtuyot, the foolishness is gebinden, is kshura, bound, b'leiv nar. And over here, we're talking about a nar. V'hanare nenu itanu, and the lad, also the lad, the nafshay of Yaakov is kshura b'nafshay. So there's 2 times it says kshura, and they are kosher to each other. They are bound to each other. Says the Baal Hatturim, mipnei she'ivaltoi kshura boy, because we have a child, a nar, a teenager, a young adult, a nar, as narish, and he is, the ivaltoi is kshura boy, he's, instead of sitting and learning in mitzvahs and Torah and important things and working on himself, becoming a mensch, he is messed up and addicted, and the ivelis, the foolishness, is kosher b'libai. Tzarech shetehei nafshay kshura b'nafshay shel avav lechanchai. It's the child that is struggling, that needs the most, that the father's heart, the father's soul should be bound to him if you ever want to get through to him to help him, to be mechanech him. What do we do when a child misbehaves? We separate. We become cold. We look down at them. We push them away. We put walls up. Says the Baal Hatturim, no. Iveles kshura b'leiv nar, when you're dealing with that situation, that the heart of your child, of the nar, is narish, and it's gebinden to him, and he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop smoking up. He's not going to stop hanging out. You know what he needs most? Tati. I had a parent that somebody told him to send their kid to Utah. I said, no, he doesn't need Utah. He needs Utah. He needs Tati. He needs Tati more than ever. Tzarech shetehei nafshay kshura b'nafshay shel avav lechanchai. That kid has to feel more connected to you in order for you to be able to help him, be mechanechim, to help bring him back. It's the biggest mistake that we make. It's, of course, agmas nefesh when a kid is not waking up in the morning, not dressing tznius, not behaving properly, but you're taking away the respirator. The only job of parents, the main job is that you are nafshay kshura b'nafshay, no matter what the child does. That's the dedication of parents. No matter how far, you're the respirator, and the patient gets up and runs off the bed, you don't want him to die, you get an extension cord. And another extension cord. You make sure the respirator is always on that child to respirate him. Nafshay kshura b'nafshay. I call that NKN. We even have over here the NKN level. That's what TP is all about, and that's what parenting is all about. Nafshay kshura b'nafshay. What's your level? People say, I get along. I had a father that said, I'm okay with my kid. The mother said, you don't look at him already for 6 months. That's not a nafshay kshura b'nafshay. That's avoiding your child. You love him. If he gets hit by a car, you'll cry because Hashem put it in the Bria, but you're disgusted from him. He needs you now more than ever. When the ivelis is kshura b'libai, when the foolishness is going around your kid, they need you more, not less. Nafshay kshura b'nafshay, in order to save them. Takes a lot of strength. Hashem should help you have the strength, that each one of your children should always feel 100% NKN. Somebody asked me, what's chinuch? Chinuch is doing anything you want, as long as it doesn't damage the respirator. I don't care what it is, as long as it doesn't take away the nafshik shur b'nafshay, even for a second. You never, ever sacrifice the respirator for any reason. Never. Nafshik shur b'nafshay is the respirator. You never make a tzip, make a rejection. Even though it's temporary, it's good, you should feel. No. It's always, anything that can be done without removing the nafshik shur b'nafshay is good. Anything that damages it is bad. Yatsa schara b'hafseidoi. You think, oh, I won. You'll see who wins. You wait a few more years, you have a rebel on your hands because you damaged the nafshik shur b'nafshay. That's the entire part of parenting. The most important part of parenting is that every single kid, and it's very hard because some of them are like you and some of them are like your spouse, so they're hard to love. And every single kid needs to feel about Tati and Mami, 100%, we are nafshik shur b'nafshay. I'll tell you a story, a true story. All my stories are true. There was a father here that trained here for a few years. The oldest child of 12, a very chash of a family. The oldest makes it even harder. And he was in a terrible place, and he was suicidal, and he was off the derech, and he was smoking, doing drugs, and smoking weed, and hanging out. And the father attained mamish nafshik shur b'nafshay. And one Shabbos, the father tells the mother at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, our son is in trouble. The son at that point was in a different state. Our son is in trouble. And they found out that right then the son was in major, major trouble. That's the power of nafshay kshura b'nafshay. And you make sure that your kids, wherever they go, they know. In my heart, it's connected. I had a TP parent that the son was going to ARTSCROLL with a ponytail and the earrings, everything. And the mother pulled him aside and said, I'm doing a surgery. What? Yeah, I'm doing a surgery. Right now, we're doing surgery. I'm opening up my heart and I'm tying a string. And I'm opening up, and she put her hands on him, I'm opening up your heart and I'm tying the other side to you. Wherever you are, whenever you tug that side of that string, it's connected to my heart. How beautiful. Somebody just posted a new kind of bracelet that you can wear and you can give it to your child or whoever, they mean it for a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. We do it for our children, that when you press it, the other person gets a buzz thinking of you. That's beautiful. That's nafshik shur b'nafshay. That kid came back to Torah mitzvahs. The other kid of the father who knew his son is Shem Torah mitzvahs. That's what our children need to prevent problems. That's prevention. And that carries them through the dark years, and that returns them back to being stable, happy, healthy. When they're happy and healthy and stable, Yismach Lev, Mevakshe Hashem. And that's why they come back to wanting to be like my parents who were always there for me through all my dark times. No matter what, never let that nafshik shur b'nafshay slip away.